Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me on podcast number 2. Today I need to start with a massive, humongous thank you to all my subscribers, each and every one of you that has taken the time to hit the like and subscribe button. I don't know what's happened, but this month I have 100 new subscribers to my channel, which just blows my mind. I've never had that many subscribers in a month, and it's just incredible. For a small channel like mine, wow, I'm just grateful, and I'm grateful that you took the time to listen to my ramblings, and I'm grateful that you took the time to hit the like and subscribe button, and also the lovely comments. I've had so many lovely comments, and getting to know a few of you through the comments has been lovely. So thank you so much. And the other thing I wanted to mention was the microphone, because I just need to apologise. In the last podcast, it gave up not even halfway through. So with all my intentions to bring you a better sound quality, that obviously didn't work, where it lost charge. So I fully charged it, and I mean fully charged. I've left it on for days. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to last throughout the podcast. And I clipped it a bit higher up so I can see this green light here. So every now and again, I can just keep checking in and check that it's still green, and check that you can still hear me even. So with that being said, let's move on to today's, what should we start with today? Okay, so let's move on to my finished projects. And I do have a few to show you today. And the first one is my chunky knit blanket. So I cast this off on the last podcast, which was about 5 days ago. And I was trying to decide whether to add tassels to the edging of the blanket, because I'll show you, for those that didn't see, I had made the blanket and I put a border around the blanket. So I wasn't sure whether the tassels were needed, but I did decide, as you can see, I'll show you the best I can, to add the tassels. I hope you can see this, because I have no idea what it's showing in the frame. And this is my chunky knit lap blanket. So let's see, it has a border all the way around, top and bottom as well, but I have decided to add the tassels on. And there is my little logo, my little Snowdonia Stitches logo. So I'm really happy with this blanket now. You know, sometimes you work on a project and you think you finished, but you're just not too sure. So I just like to hold those projects back for a little bit, and then I just forget about them for a few days, and then I like to go back with fresh eyes and then decide. And yeah, I do think the tassels just add that little bit something to it. What do you think? Yeah, I just think it's just, I don't know whether it makes it that little bit cozier, or just that little finishing touch. I do like it. So that is the chunky blanket, and I made this using 5 strands of James Brett chunky marble, and I made it on 20mm circular needles. But of course you don't need to use circular needles. I just preferred to use that because of the weight and the size of this blanket. Just made it a lot easier for me to work up. So that's my lovely blanket. I'm really happy with that. Okay, are you ready for the second item I have finished? It's very fun, and I have made a couple of these before, and they're just so much fun to make. And it's my own pattern. I just pick up the hook and start making, and it is a woodland hat. It's like a magical hat. So here is the bottom, and then I just make the hat and I just randomly add things on. So every so often I should just do a back loop only, which leaves the front loop for me to be able to add whatever design on that I fancy. And then that is the top of the hat, and the little toadstool and the leaf, and it's just so much fun to make. Do you want me to pop it on so you can see? Okay, ready? Ooh, can't see you. Okay, so that is the hat. You can see the tassels and the leaf on the little toadstool. It's just so cute, don't you think? And they're just so much fun to make because there's no planning involved. There's no right or wrong. It's just complete randomness. I just love it. And I think it's been inspired because of the dog walks through the woods and all the toadstools that are around at the moment. Beautiful, brilliant, vibrant red toadstools. And I think it's just given me the inspiration just to make something quite fun and wacky and magical. And yeah, I think this would be great at a fairy festival as well. If I stand up, you can see it comes all the way down. Oops, it's twisted. There we go. And yeah, so it goes up, and to the top. So it's quite long. Yeah. So much fun to make. So let me know if you've ever made one and what you do. I made one of these before, and I just did a flower here. I crocheted a flower to pop on the corner, and I just think I added some of these bobbles on. I didn't put the tassels on the last one. And then I made a green one as well. I can't remember what I put on the green one. I don't know. I'll see if I can find a picture of it and insert it in here to show you. But they are really, really fun to make. And there's just no planning. You don't know how it's going to turn out when you start. That's the fun thing with these. You can make them for any season or festival. They're just so much fun. So yeah, really, really enjoyed making these. They're a really nice make for when you just want to sit down. Don't have to think too much. Just crochet away. And that is my crochet woodland hat. So I've just done this in double crochet. And then, as I say, on some of the rounds, just very random. I don't plan it. I don't even know how many rows between each one. I just do it when I feel like it. I'll just do back loop only, which leaves me the front loop free to add on whatever I fancy when I finished at the end. And then, of course, just add the tassel onto the top. But you could do whatever you wanted. So yeah, they're great, great, great fun. So that's that one. And they don't take very long to make either. They're just lovely. Sit down of an evening, crochet away whilst you're watching telly. Don't have to think about it. Just randomly add those rows in of back loop only. Just see how it develops. Really, really good fun. So that's that one. And I'll just check in, make sure my mic's, yeah, still working. You still hear me? And the other finished project I have is these lovely gloves. So again, I think I must have a bit of a woodland vibe going on at the moment because these are quite woodlandy too. I'm just seem to be drawn to either the woodland colours or something to do with the woodland. But yeah, so these are made in James Brett marble, and these are a larger size glove. So these could be large ladies or men's, because obviously they do have stretch in them too. And I'll put one on so you can see. They're too big for me really. I like my gloves to be slightly fitted. So you can see for me, I just prefer them a bit smaller, but depends how you like to wear them, I guess. So I'd say large ladies, small, well, men's because they stretch. So I think they would really fit most people. But they're just a larger size than the small ladies that I make. But that's those. But I love the randomness of the colours. And obviously there's no planning. You can't tell how this is going to come out. It's just so random. But yeah, I think it works so well and so nice together. And yeah, so that is my woodland inspired gloves, if you like. So yeah, I do think we have a bit of a theme going on at the moment. But the theme changes on my next finished items, which is, I hate to say the word, Christmas. I have made more Christmas baubles. So it's not that far away now really, is it, for us crafters? So I needed to make a start because these are so cute, and I want to hang them in the shop window. I want to do a big display of all the baubles hanging down with the light. I just think it would look so pretty and all the different colours. So I've made those, And I previously made the Welsh wool ones, so those were in the green, brown and white. And then I've also started to make some different colours, because obviously not everybody has traditional red, white and green. So I've made some purples. I'm going to make some black and silvers, all sorts, and hang them in the window. And I just think it looks so colourful and so beautiful. And hopefully there's something for everybody. Yeah, so I'm pleased with those. That's those. Well, by no means finished, because I need to make hundreds of those, but it's a start. I've made a start. That's the main thing. So that's those. I think that's all my finished projects I have to show you at the moment. Yeah, so let's move on to work in progress. So work in progress, I don't have very many things to show you, and you'll see why in a moment. But the one thing I do have on my crochet hook is, let's pop the hook down there, is another hat. And so this is going to be similar to the one you just seen, the woodland hat. However, I have a plan for this one. So after I made that one, I thought, aha, I know what I can do. I'm going to do a Santa hat, a really fun, big, long Santa hat. So I had this lovely red variegated yarn, because I thought that was a little bit more fun than just the traditional red. And so I'm going to use this. And then I found, where did I find this? Where was I? B&M's. B&M's, this fluffy yarn. And I thought, how perfect is that going to be? Obviously it's not big enough yet, not finished, but for the trim of the Santa hat and for the pom-pom at the top. So, ta-da, Santa hat in progress. So again, this is going to be a really fun, really long Santa hat. So these are just so much fun to make. So, and I might just do a green one as well. I might do an elf one using the same trim, obviously in a green. Yeah, I might do that as well. So I'll finish this one soon. That won't take too long to finish. And the other reason that I haven't got lots on my hook at the moment is because I am going to be doing the poppy appeal target. So I'm going to be making lots of poppies for the shop, and I do have a separate tutorial on my poppy, on how to make the poppies, and I shall link that either in the description below or pop a video up. I'm not very techie, I have no idea how to do these things yet. If I can, I'll pop a video up for the poppy tutorial at the end of the video. If not, go down to the not the comments, but I might be able to link it in the comments or the description box. That's what I'm trying to say, description box below, and I'll put a link into the poppy pattern there for you. So I'm going to be making the poppies for the shop. So before my shop window gets filled with all the Christmas baubles, I'm going to change over the window Wednesday to a poppy window. So I'm going to have poppy bunting, poppy brooches, poppy wreaths, and I'm going to raise funds for the poppy appeal. So this is the target sheet they've sent me, and so each week I can fill in what targets I hope to achieve, and then the poppies that are sold in the shop or online will go towards the poppy appeal. So that is what is going to be on my hook for a while, and that is why I don't have many other things to show you at the moment. So I think that's going to be a nice thing to do, and also will look lovely with all the poppies. So I'll try to take a photo of the poppy window when I can, and I will show you that. That'll be on the next podcast now, but yeah, but that is what my main makes are going to be for the next few weeks. So that's that one. Okay, so let's move on to Happy Post, and I do have a few things to show you again, and the first one being, now if you watch my vlogs you may recognise what these are, but these have arrived, my claw weights for my knitting machine. So for those that are new to the channel, I have a Brother knitting machine, and my claw weights are bent. So what we need to do when you're using the knitting machine is hang these weights onto the knitting, and you need to do that whilst you're knitting the whole project. So mine were bent and they weren't gripping properly, so the weights weren't distributed properly. So now I have 6 weights, which means I can now begin to start learning to use the machine again and hopefully make some progress very, very soon. So I'm very happy that those have arrived. I know there was a few of you following me specifically for the knitting machine, so don't worry, I am still making progress with it. But yeah, now the weights are here, I can full steam ahead with that. And the other happy, well, it's not very happy post, but it's a long story, but what day was it? Saturday. Saturday was a nightmare trying to get to work because the roads were closed every which way. So one road was closed because of a really serious accident. So tried to go another way, there was a marathon on and the road was closed that way. So I had to do a very, very scenic tour round, and it took me past Treview Woolen Mill. And I don't know if any of you have ever been there, or if you get the chance to go there, you should pop in and have a look. It's well worth a visit. So as I was already very late on a huge detour, I thought I would stop in and have a look. So you can see here some of the Welsh wool fabric they have. I think it's lovely if you get the chance to pop in. Well, whilst I was there, I saw some yarn, of course, Welsh yarn, Cambrian yarn, and I thought it has to go in the basket, of course. I love the colour, especially this one. Again, it goes back to that woodlandy. Yeah, I know it's autumn, but yeah, still, I really liked it. So anyway, these two went in the basket. And they went in the basket because also I found a knitting pattern, which was this, for these dotty mitts. And the pattern requires 4-ply yarn, so I picked up the 4-ply because they also have double knit there. So I thought, oh, I'll make these mitts. These will be lovely, lovely addition to the shop. Being the Welsh wool, the Cambrian mitts, be lovely. When I got home and I was reading through the pattern, right at the very, very bottom of the pattern, it says the pattern is for personal use only. So I'm not going to be able to make this design to pop in the shop. However, I still will use the yarn to make fingerless gloves, but I'll just do my own, a different design of knitting for those. So quite a good detour really. So I'm glad I've managed to stock up on some Cambrian yarns. They're beautiful, but it's just a shame I can't do the pattern as I thought I was going to, but that's fine. I should make a pair for myself and I shall make them for gifts for Christmas, so that's fine. And I have one more piece of happy post to show you, which actually has arrived today, and it is this. It's from my daughter she's in university in York, and I miss her very much and she misses being home. Well, she does enjoy university a lot, but she just misses home life too, and the dogs. And she sent me this lovely card through the post. It has a lovely message inside, but it also has a printed photograph of her, so I won't open it up. She'll be mortified, I think, and she does sometimes watch these videos. So yeah, I won't do that. However, I have sent her some happy post too, and have sent her a parcel full of goodies to cheer her up. So hopefully she should receive those today too. So I won't say what's in them, just in case she's watching, but hopefully she'll enjoy the little treats I've sent her too. So I think we're end today's podcast there, and I want to once again thank you all so much for hitting that like and subscribe button. It really does mean the world to me, and to see the channel growing is just amazing, absolutely amazing. And to get the opportunity to share with you what I'm making, my happy post, what's on the hook, and just building this community with you, it's just wonderful. So thank you again so much, and I shall see you in the next podcast. Take care. See you soon. Bye.